You're listening to Scheduling Sin with me, Snowmill.
And we've enjoyed life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And witnessing said noises from you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard noises like that. Well, not for you. I'm not.
Hello, sinners. Mr. Snow here. First, I have to apologize to Mr. H. I was called out in our Discord that Hello, Sinners is his line. And technically that's true. But seeing as how it's our podcast and our Discord, I'm stealing it. So sorry, Mr. H. But anyway, this is part 2 of our trip to a lifestyle-friendly nudist resort. And this conversation was had with some old friends and some new friends. You'll hear Misty and Lee, who joined us on Clonawilly. And you'll hear some new friends, Jill and Chris, who you can meet both of these couples at Snowball coming up in October. For more information on that, visit our website, schedulingsin.com, and click the link for Snowball. But this conversation is held outside, and it's a little hectic, but it's exactly what it sounds like when you get a group of swingers together after a fantastic night out. We had a great night the night before, and we just start talking about the lifestyle. So we hope you enjoy it. It's a little hectic. It's outside. The sound's not perfect, but we think it's fun. Well, hello, Mrs. Snow.
Well, hi, Mr. Snow.
How are you?
Oh, we're living the dream over here.
We are outside
Yeah.
in the sun
Naked.
in the morning after the night before.
I guess I should get naked.
Again, some more even. But we have friends with us today.
We do have a lot of friends with us today.
We have Misty and Lee, who
Yes.
you've heard before, joined us on Clonawilly. That was an excitement.
Shit show.
And we have some of our new friends,
New friends.
Chris and Jill, who are with us in the Discord, who we've just met this weekend. And we are at a nudist resort.
Yes, and we've already decided that we like Chris and Jill.
Yes, we like Chris and
That
Jill.
didn't take long.
Chris and Jill are fun. Chris and Jill are fun. So,
And it's starting early.
You
snorting.
gotta snort into the microphone.
we've already lost
Kill
Jill.
anyone's ears.
Oh, no, it's fine. This is why we love her.
So this is the first time we've ever been to a place like this.
Yes.
It's a nudist resort or a lifestyle nudist resort at all.
Correct. It's a lifestyle. It's not a lifestyle resort.
It's a nudist resort
that's
that's
lifestyle friendly. Is that the way it's kind of
Lifestyle
worded?
friendly.
Yes.
Lifestyle
Of
friendly.
pineapples.
Lots of. Well, there are a lot of
A lot
pineapples.
of spicy.
A lot of pineapples.
A lot of spicy around.
So we were invited up here by Misty and Lee, who have been here before.
Right.
We have. This is our 3rd time this year, actually. So
Yeah.
this is one of our new favorite places to get naked.
How'd you find it?
Friends. So this one's a members only kind of place. So we had friends that are members, and they asked us to come out and camp with them for the weekend, and we love taking our trailer anywhere that we can go, and so we just keep coming out and chilling naked in the sunshine.
The fact that you're doing it naked just is an added bonus
There's
to
something
camping.
spectacular about waking up in the morning and opening the camper door with no clothes on, and the breeze. It's just, I don't know, it's freeing.
I kind of thought, I didn't know how the being naked, like it's not public because this is a private area, but it's still public because there's a ton of people around.
Yes.
And I didn't know I didn't know if that would be weird or not. It's
Right.
not.
It's not.
So
Like,
how,
it's
how
like
long
from
did
the
it take
begin-
you to get naked?
Well, okay,
after you
so
got here?
fair.
He'll
so
get
here's the
naked
thing.
really any time. It doesn't matter.
But I'm saying as far as your comfort
fair
level.
question.
I'm just saying your comfort level. How long
Well,
did it take you
so
to acclimate?
actually, okay, so it's funny. When we didn't know what to expect. We got here, there was way more clothing than I expected.
It depends on the time of the day.
Right.
And what's going on, the
Right.
activities.
So there were a lot of people fully clothed,
Yeah.
half, stuff like that. So it was more clothed than I expected. I was fully expecting and intending to just get straight naked when we walked in the door. Like I was fully prepared
Like
for
once
that.
the gate opened, he was taking
and
his
then
pants off.
and I'm not gonna lie. So like
I think it's important to add, though, that this is a clothing optional resort.
yes,
Not-
yeah.
So there
Kind of-
are nudist resorts that require nudity.
yeah, as soon as you break
This
the
is not one
the
of those.
threshold.
This is a clothing optional.
Yeah.
So you can be at whatever level of undress you are comfortable with.
Yeah, so when we came in, our group, the vibe was not totally naked. So
It was
I
50,
was kind of like,
50,
well, nobody
half
was
top,
naked in our group.
Some women were topless. That was
Yeah.
about
Or we
it.
may have not had panties on with a light dress.
Sure.
No bra.
So I just wore my shorts.
You can do that in public, though.
And no
I
underwear.
do that in public.
But only at home.
At home.
So,
Go to the grocery store
but the
like
naked
that.
part kicked, like, we went down, there was a beach party last night, and that was fun. Tom and Bunny were there. They were hosting that. And when we walked back from that, I decided, okay, it's time.
He just took it off. He was like, I'm just going to embrace it. I'm like,
Yeah,
"All right."
we're here now.
In the dark.
So the first time,
Okay, well, you just called me out for cheating, but that's fine.
Wow.
the first time Lee and I went to a resort like this, not this one in particular, but another one, I was terrified. And I was like pulling in. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a wiener. There's a wiener. Oh my gosh, there's another wiener. And we're just like, Lee was like, I have no idea what you were expecting. So, but I was probably there for maybe 2 hours.
There's a wiener. Everywhere's a wiener.
But then
There's a
there's
wiener.
boobs.
There's a wiener. Everywhere's a wiener.
No, there was more wieners
I
in the
felt
booth.
with that one,
that's
it was
your first one?
definitely more
It was a
wieners.
sausage fest when
There's
we
always
walked
more
in.
wieners.
Always more leaders and boobs.
But
I like making eye
it probably
contact.
took me 2 hours, and I was like topless. I don't do the.
Was there
full-
alcohol involved with those 2 hours?
Minimal.
Not minimal. Yeah, I just really figured out I liked to be topless. I do wear like a sarong because that makes me a little more comfortable, just to have a little sheer something around my naughty bits.
Naughty bits. Or as
or-
Jill likes to say, cover your bitch.
Your vagina.
She said bits, but I could have sworn
She
she said
translated it
bitch.
into cover your naughty bitch.
Cover your daughter bitch.
That is your naughty bitch.
I
It is
mean,
my
to
naughty
be
bitch.
fair, it's not, you know.
So the reason why I asked you about how long it took you, usually new people, there's always one person that goes, I'm not doing this. And they're usually the first one naked in about 30 seconds after they get there. And we have another couple that's from the Discord. We won't name them, but they're here as well.
Yeah.
And the husband had some high anxiety about
Sure.
it. He's never done this. They've never done this type stuff. And yeah, he said, I was naked very quickly, got very comfortable very quick.
Yeah.
Well, it's just it. I think you adapt real quick to what's obviously around you,
Right.
and people are naked, and it's not weird.
The other thing that I notice or we hear about body issues, right? Everybody's concerned about, I'm too fat, I'm too tall, too skinny.
Or might have
I have
scars.
scars,
or, yeah.
yes. And out here, I would say there's everything.
Yeah.
Every body type. And people aren't typically looking at you like, ew,
No.
put that vagina away.
I know.
Or whatever else it is that,
That's how
that
they
needs to
look
be put away.
Is that how they?
But there's not, yeah. There's
I look at eyes. I'm weird. I look at your eyes and your smile.
There's eyes out here?
Yes, there are.
What? People have faces.
I am a smile eyes person, and if I can handle you looking at me and your eyes and your smile, then I'll talk to you more.
makes
But that's how I am at parties too.
Yeah.
If you creep me out by your smile or your eyes, I just pivot and go the other direction. Like when I met you, your smile, I was like,
Side note, I do want to side note that we met Jill and Chris at Champagne party
A while back.
a while back. I don't,
like 6 months ago,
yeah, probably. So
February?
February.
I ran across the
Facebook group,
no, but when I saw her, because I knew her from the Facebook
yes,
group,
from the foot.
so I like ran across that like balcony thing, and I was like, oh my god, it's you!
Yeah, you could see her across the balcony.
So, for anybody that hasn't been here to something like this and is sitting at home right now going, "Oh my God, I would never do that,"
Do
it's not
it.
it's not like a nonstop orgy. There are rules.
Oh, yeah.
Well, in public there are rules. When you're inside your camper,
It's a nonstop orgy.
that's what you decide your rules are.
Right. So you
As
can't,
evidenced by last night.
as evidenced by last night.
And last night is what we were calling Mr. Snow's first orgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just calling
Oh,
it that.
it was.
We're going with it.
We're going with it.
We ripped off the.
That might have to be the
label.
name of the episode.
I think so.
We started with different parts, and we ended with lots of good noises.
Yeah, and a mess.
Thank goodness for that blanket and sheet. There were two,
and the midget. There was no midgets.
and that 30-incher held.
Disclaimer.
Like
No
this,
midgets
yeah,
were
like
allowed
they
in the
just give
filming of this
midgets away at the door. Like,
So, okay.
There were
if
no
we're-
midgets harmed in the filming of this episode.
If we're going, no, but they were very pleased.
Oh my gosh, and dehydrated too.
So, if we're going straight to the orgy,
well, we don't necessarily have to. Do you want
So,
to? Do you want to go back to it?
well, we can
There's
circle
anywhere
back,
we could
right?
start. Yeah.
But so if we're going to the orgy, how did that even get started? Because when I came in the camper last night, I think
You
it
did
was
come in the camper last night. A couple
more than once.
A couple times.
I
And this morning.
I'm not the only one. But the
I know, but it's fun to fuck with you.
I feel like it was already kind of going when I walked.
Okay, so it's Jill's birthday,
Woo woo!
Yay!
and
Our tradition
Yes.
is the birthday girl gets to pick.
person.
The birthday person gets to pick the evening activities on their birthday when we camp.
Oh.
And I really got spicy. And I said I wanted 2 of the girls and my 30-inch double ender. And for my comfort zone, Chris is in charge of the double ender, so I don't feel like my whole cervix is going to fall out afterwards. Because some people are rammer jammers. And I don't like to be rammer jammered.
Just like it held in place, let you do the movement. on
Let
your
me
own.
squeeze it out and come multiple
Which
times.
happened
So
more than
I
once.
like to have someone who knows my control syndrome
Yeah.
be in charge of it. So I got my birthday wish, and I had a very large puddle underneath me afterwards.
A small lake.
I needed a
small lake.
snorkel.
Snorkels were required, but there was no something about Mary hair. But it was a good night.
So tell me about
Very good night.
Tell me about a double ender. So I got to see it used last night.
I know, in practice.
But
it was- I was
until
fucking
until then,
impressed.
I'd never seen one.
Well, and you've had the thought of a double ender. Okay, it's just a schlong.
Yeah.
This was a good meaty. What did we decide,
Meaty is a
Chris?
good word.
2.5
I agree with
inch
that.
girth, 30-inch long, hot pink.
That thing weighs 7 pounds.
Oh, it does. It does.
You can hurt somebody with that thing.
I was whipping people's bottoms before we went to the bedroom.
Doubles as a self-defense item.
It does, because you come up to someone, you could whip them like a baseball
It
bat.
looks like one of those big gummy worm things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
And gummy worms are gluten free.
They are.
So for,
Majority of them are, yes. I am gluten free.
so how do you? Okay, so for anybody that hasn't done it, how do you use a double ender?
Well,
Like,
those
how
are
do
multiple
you-
ways,
But
right?
you better have some good lube.
Okay.
Even
Lube is
though I am a
important.
very juicy girl,
Yeah.
excessively juicy,
Understatement.
waterfalls happen, or sprinkler action, depends on the event. But even though I'm as juicy as I am,
Uh huh.
that lube helps you become friends with a double ender.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes any sense, but
It does to the women. We know.
Yeah,
what
no,
you're
I get it.
saying.
I understand. You can be as wet as you want, but it's
What
different
happens
when you have lube.
So you had.
I get it.
He was holding the middle of it.
Just stabilize it.
What happens if nobody holds the mid? Because you guys
would've
were
squeezed it
you-
out and popped it
So you
across
guys
the
were
room.
well. You guys were scissored together. You know.
Say it again, baby.
Say
Say
it
it
again.
again.
But it was too
Scissored.
long to fit into both of them.
Okay. Oh,
there's-
I get
so
it.
there's
I
a-
get it. I get it. I get
so
it. So
there's
it's too
ba-
long. So there's the middle
There's
part.
basically a third cock hanging out there in the middle.
So
Yeah.
and,
And that's
and
like
if
where you-
that
And
thing
it's-
That Chris
bends,
manhandles.
it's like a
Yeah,
rubber
sure.
band.
yeah, and
If
it
it bends, it would just probably pop out of both of them.
Yeah.
and
Okay. Okay.
other birthday events, I've been underneath, and Chris has,
This one's lovely because it bends very nicely.
yes.
very
Yeah.
flexible.
Okay. Okay.
Unlike me.
Yes. The first event, it was a U shape. The two ladies were on top of each other.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
pictures
Oh, yeah,
and
that
video
makes
of
sense.
that.
Sure.
And then this time,
Our friend
our
wants to do
friend,
it differently.
she enjoyed the scissor version.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Which do you
Oh,
like better?
But she wanted to use her toy too.
Yes.
Yes, that's why she
Yes.
likes the scissor version because she
Okay.
can have the toy.
Okay.
I enjoy a body on top of me and feeling the coming
God
Upset
bless
body.
that. 100% agree with that.
because
yes. Yes.
But then our friend, I would come, and she'd be like, "Ah, she just came all over me again. Oh, she just squirted all over me," and I apologize but I shouldn't apologize, but I always do. But I depend. I don't know which one I like better.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
none
I
of
think
this.
like if it wasn't 30 inches and it was, let's say 22, like is
Still
you
gonna
need
have-
that length.
I have a short, sad one.
Short set.
sad
That
one.
was my nickname in college.
Same, and I wasn't even in college.
So I have a short, sad one, which I thought was going to be huge when I ordered it from that easy buy one click website, and then it showed up at our home, and it was like a finger
It was like
versus my schlong.
It was like a 1 inch diameter, maybe 18 inches long.
So more of
Oh,
an anal
okay.
style.
And
maybe?
it wasn't as well. You said 1 inch. It wasn't
Yeah.
as meaty, and
Meaty. I like that word. It's a good word. It's a
I
very
really
descriptive,
like it.
She
accurate
likes
word.
the girth.
Mrs. Snow's also a girth
I mean, I'm a little
fan.
bit of a size queen. I get it.
I'm a do you know how to use it girl.
That's fair.
I just recently realized I might have a little bit of a size queen as well.
Good
There was
job.
a gentleman that introduced me to some new sizing I hadn't had in a minute. It was nice.
Wasn't
He
me.
happens to be.
It wasn't me.
He happens to be here. I'm just waiting to go back to his room.
So, what happened next after all this scissoring and double ending?
Oh yes.
Puddles.
Puddles.
And then
Clean up.
Splashy
somehow
puddles.
Mr. Snow ended up on the bed.
Well, you needed a dick.
Oh,
You were
that's
very
correct.
verbal about that.
Oh, that's
Well,
right, because
okay,
there were
so
three
in-
of us around the bed, and you announced, "I need dick now."
Yes.
And,
well, so
and Mr.
here's the
Snow
problem.
just
And it was funny
mercilessly
because
like
all
volunteered.
no, it
himself.
wasn't like that. All of the guys looked at each other. They're like,
I'm tribute.
Who's doing it?"
Well, and Chris was playing with another friend. Well, Chris
I got
rotated.
claimed by someone else.
Yes, and I was a part of the schlong-majigger, but I didn't get the schlong-majigger with me.
Right,
So
right.
I
Scotty didn't have the
needed.
majigger.
I was revved up, but did not have anything to ride.
It was fun rubbing you and you rubbing on me.
That was fun.
Pitting your legs down. That's
Yeah.
fun, right?
And then when you got to partake, and all the hands were on you,
that was
and
fun.
the
my
noises that were
favorite.
coming out of you. Oh,
Yeah. So I needed a dick, and Mr. Snow mercilessly
You know, he was
volunteered.
just
he
so
really
upset
took
about it.
one for the team.
Took one
on
for
that.
the
did.
team.
What a good man.
I'm a team player.
We appreciate that about you.
I'm here to support the team. That's what I'm for. If you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter.
Yeah.
Jockstrap.
That just
Are you the
jockstrap.
team jockstrap?
I am.
Ew.
I am the team jockstrap.
Jockstrap.
I'm sorry. Someone's
You're gonna
there.
have to change your name on the Discord.
Oh
Jockstrap.
God,
Also known as.
AKA.
AKA Pooh Bear.
AKA Jockstrap.
He's gonna have a
Pooh Bear.
fucking list of names.
He'll be under his description. It's
So
way too many characters.
you're right. So
otherwise.
I ended up on the bed
and I ended up
On your back.
on
on
your-
top of me,
Yeah.
and then you were there.
The other.
I was very much there.
I'm putting this together a little bit because I was a little drunk.
Yeah.
But you weren't too drunk. You
No.
Still recollect some.
Oh no, I'm getting that.
Well, yeah,
getting that. Yeah.
you wrecked it.
But I didn't realize. So there was a woman next to me who
That
was
was our
playing.
other friend.
Friend?
Yeah.
Our other
Yeah.
friend that's
She
not.
was the one with the that was on the other end of the double ender.
Yeah.
Right, but she was doing. Were you with her at
Chris.
the time?
Chris was with
She
her.
claimed Chris.
Where?
She blamed Chris.
I
You heard
remember
all the noises.
Well,
and
it's
got
funny
sprayed.
because
You had women all around.
so Misty was on top of me, Mrs. Snow was next to me, and I was touching her. And then I looked over and I'm like, oh, there's more boobies over here.
He was like in fucking heaven, man. He was just like
He-
all
he
of the
mentioned
women.
that a couple
he
of
did.
times.
And there were some other words too.
What was it? This is the greatest thing ever.
This is the greatest day of my life.
all
was a
the
pretty good
women.
day.
All the women.
All the
Men,
women.
get the fuck out. All the women.
All the women.
Yes.
All the women. Well, 3 at once. I mean, that's a bucket list item.
Yeah.
you didn't even know that it was
You
going to
didn't even
happen.
know we checked off a bingo
Oh,
card.
no. I actually didn't know that the orgy was going to happen.
No.
None of us.
Surprise.
You don't plan an orgy
Merry
like
Christmas.
that. They're better when they're just organically
Yeah, if you plan
Spontaneous.
it,
show up.
someone doesn't want
Organic orgies are the best.
That we should get another sticker that says, and then the orgy happened.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
who's got a cricket?
I do.
We do. That's happening.
I need that for our beer
And
cooler.
yes, she snorts while she's
Yes.
having sex.
And she snorts when she comes, which is pretty hot.
It's so awesome.
It's so fun.
And when she's talking.
Just come.
Are you sure?
Gotta check, see if there's a puddle.
Oh, my God.
So Mr. Snow is getting it from all angles.
Yeah.
Your fingers were pretty busy. Your
Yeah.
hands were busy. Your dick was busy.
I
Mouth
came
was
really
busy.
hard.
Yeah. It was fun.
Oh, God.
You are.
God.
We discussed that this morning. You are one of the most vocal comers that I think I know.
Oh.
I think
Of the
It's
male
interesting. We've
species.
had
Of
that
the male.
conversation.
On
Of
the
the male.
male
I mean,
side
I
of
feel
things.
like.
I know you did the whole episode of
Yeah.
like silent
And I
comers.
guess I didn't realize that,
You
like.
are not a silent comer.
No.
sir.
no,
No.
sir.
No, he is not.
I mean, and we've enjoyed life
Yeah. Yeah.
and witnessing said noises
Yeah.
from you.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard noises like that. Chris? Well, not for you. I've been with you over half
I
of
mean,
my life.
I thought like fucking bears were coming out of the woods.
I
It's
was like,
crazy.
what? Where is it? I'm glad we're in this kind of campground.
Yeah.
Because if we were at a family campground with
Oh,
these
I don't.
noises,
We would probably. He would not have been as.
I would have been.
He would have been.
I would've
Yeah.
in,
I mean,
like,
we obviously
yelling
have to
into a
tone it
pillow.
down because we have children.
We're
so
practiced at
we're
this.
practiced at that.
you're
But
practiced at pillow
When I
fight
when
on
I
your
when I
face.
when we're at home, you know, and
your
we
muzzle
can't be loud,
situation?
it's more like
right, it looks like he's having a
You
seizure.
know,
It's
like-
fine.
You are seriously seizing while you come.
oh my God, it's so hard.
But I.
Is
So oh my
Is it?
That's
Yeah.
usually what happens.
Right now.
I mean, if it's not, then we're sad.
Yeah, no.
So I think the
no.
fact that he's in an environment where there's like no.
Again, it's
Filter
that freedom.
needed, yeah.
We've got freedom. You got freedom.
I mean, like
to
we're
be
fucking
loud,
in
you-
your camper on your bed, but We're gonna make some noise.
Well, okay, so all right, so yes, all right, so we've established that I make the sound of the Yeti when I come.
Oh, it was.
A pack of Yetis.
But is it?
There was a
But is
few.
it? But here's the thing: like
Yes.
everybody always wonders, like, am I an ugly comer? Like, is the sound? Is it? Is it?
It's
a
hard to
bad
tell when you have
sound?
boobs in your face, so I'm just saying.
I wasn't
I don't think I've ever wondered that.
near your face and ugly coming. I don't know because
Well, no, I'm talking about the sound. Is the sound bad or good?
No, your sound was fine.
it's fine. It made me giggle.
I always worry
Okay.
about my face.
Okay.
Like, is my face ugly when I'm coming? And I'm like,
Why were you worried about it? You're coming.
look like I'm having a stroke.
I mean, that's a
and-
good point. Like,
Looks
I
like
don't-
I'm having a stroke.
If we've gotten to this point, do you care what your face looks like when you're like, ugh?
I mean, if you're having a moment, who gives a shit what your face
I don't
looks
care
like?
in the
Yeah.
moment, but afterwards I'm like, do they think that I have lost my mind?
So
Well-
why are most guys so quiet when they come?
Because they're nervous about letting it out.
Is it an
Okay.
emotion thing, like how boys don't want to
Why
cry?
not? Let's
like,
look
is
at
it
the boys.
the same? You're
What do you
like,
think, boys?
I mean, I hear noises out of you boys.
I've never thought about it. It's,
Now he's gonna be super loud.
Yeah.
and growing up, I mean, most of my early childhood, I'm doing it in places where I can't be loud. So I think
Cemeteries.
you just kind of,
Grandma's bedroom.
movie theaters,
Parking lots.
Movie theaters.
cemeteries,
That's not with me. I will not.
people's bedrooms with their parents in the other room right next door.
Yeah.
that's true. That's true.
Have I always
Picnic
been a loud
tables at
comer? Like
campgrounds?
ever since we've been together, like have I always been a loud comer?
Yes. 100%. Yes.
Have I always been loud?
Okay.
Like we
Fuck
used to
yeah.
joke about like I mean obviously we live in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we used to joke about like, do you think people can hear us when they're walking down the street?
Well, are your windows open?
No.
Do you have a lot of day sex?
Oh yeah,
do.
mostly
Now that
day
we're working
sex.
from home, thanks COVID. Yeah, I have a lot of day
Oh,
sex.
day sex.
I love day sex.
The
Because
best.
like I work quote unquote from home and Mr.
Lee
Snow's
wants
schedule
to
rotates.
Lee wants to have sex and go to sleep.
Yeah.
I want to have sex and then I'm revved up to clean the house or something.
There you go.
I want to take a nap, not go to sleep per se, but yes, I
He
want to
does.
take a
He
nap.
does
You
want
wanna
to
snuggle
He
fuck.
likes a snuggle
I want to
fuck.
have more sex.
He wants
I
more
want to
sex.
too after my nap.
And I'm like, can I have 7 to 12 minutes? I need to rehydrate, have peanut butter, have candy, and then I'm good.
So okay,
It's
so
a
this
whole
was
thing.
this was a conversation that Mrs. Snow and I were having on the drive up here. How long from everybody does it take you after you come to recover and come again?
Okay, but that's not fair.
Depends
Well,
on the
yeah, I
partner.
mean, I
I'm
think-
gonna say it depends on the partner.
Really?
For me. Yeah.
Depends on if it's who you're married to or someone you're having fun with.
It also
it's- okay.
depends on the way I come. So there's a big difference for me personally.
But
This morning there was some oral. That is the loudest I'm gonna ever be, probably.
That one like wipes you out.
Yeah, and that drains me, and I don't
it really
know
does
why.
drain you.
I have no idea why it does that. But if it's a different partner doing that and different positions and other things, it's the recovery time is different, of course.
But how much time is it? Like how much time on
Depends
average
on
do you
how
need
much
to bounce back?
Viagra I've snorted that day.
Intravenously and snort.
No,
and
if without any pills, for me, if it's just Misty and I want to go right away, even
Yeah.
though nothing's.
Takes a little
Able to.
support from my end, but
little
you're
Yeah.
probably
zhuzh.
ready to go in again in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we didn't, of course, if we had the house to ourselves or we were in an environment like this, 20 minutes.
you just look out the window and you're like, oh.
But if it's pill enhanced, then it's almost immediate.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing that the pills have done for you. I don't know that like
It,
it doesn't make you harder or anything like that, but I just think your recovery
Turn
time
around.
is much better
a
for
recovery.
these situations. It makes you more confident in these situations because
I think a lot of people take them for confidence reasons. They
It's-
kind of, it's almost the placebo effect, right?
Yeah.
Like they kind of feel
Yeah,
like, well,
his is-
because I've
It's-
taken this, it's going to work, and then it does.
It's Linus's blanket, right? He
Sound
carries
right?
around.
Chris?
For me, it's a sliding scale of immediate to 20 minutes. Just depends on situation and
So for me, it's I was never a multi-comer. Mrs. Snow fixed that a long time ago.
I heard that. I heard it
Oh yeah,
The
more than
multi?
once.
You mean this morning?
last
last
night.
night.
Both.
Oh yeah, okay,
He's like, I did, didn't I? Yes.
yeah. So
Well, I feel like he comes once and then he kind of edges for a while and
I
then he
do.
comes again.
So that's what I
Oh,
do.
no.
Like I usually come and then I kind of edge a little bit and then I come again. And the second time is always it kind of Like I black out a little.
He sees Jesus.
I understand that.
It's amazing.
I
But
understand.
but that's the thing. So if I stop, then it's going to take me like a half an hour.
But see, for women, I can't do that. Like, I feel like I can have like one big one, like one smaller one and one big one, and that's it for like a day.
Okay, so
Okay.
here,
Like,
here
clearly
comes-
that is not your issue.
I have an issue otherwise then.
here's an interesting conversation that we've had. Is there a difference between coming and orgasming for you?
Oh, well, that's an interesting.
I can
thought.
come a few times in the ramp up play session,
Yeah.
but like that last big body shaking orgasm.
Yeah.
Fall off the bed.
Occasionally, Lee has been able to push me into a second one. You know, like I can do 1, 2,
Yeah.
maybe even 3 on a really good night. But I'll come several times with that
Chicago? How
orgasm.
many times did you come in
I-
Chicago?
Oh, good Lord. A lot.
It was a long
Well, how
session.
different is a vaginal orgasm and a clitoral orgasm?
Little.
A clitoral orgasm.
Little.
I
I
can't.
haven't had a clitoral.
You-
Clitoral I have, but a clitoral I haven't.
We should turn this off and go try to have clitals.
My blanket's drying right now, so we can still sleep in that bed tonight.
Hey, by the way, when this is over, we do need to finish off Mrs. Snow.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Mrs. Snow does need a good finishing off before we go.
Does Mrs. Snow have a preference on how that happens?
I mean, I'm kind of caught off guard. I didn't know that was going to happen. So a
she's
little,
like, crap, what?
I guess it'll be a clittle
Spotlight.
one.
Just a little
I'd
clittle.
like,
Little.
I'd like it for a clittle, please. Can you order that in the drive-through?
You
I'll
can
take
get
a
a
number
DoorDash.
5 clittle, large,
Super size.
extra fries.
So, what is the most? What advice would you have for somebody coming to a lifestyle-friendly nudist resort for
Bring
the first
water.
time?
Bring water. That's a good one.
Water. Okay.
Electrolytes.
Okay.
I guess, and this is probably less about the sex part and more about the nudist resort. Be open. Be yourself. Don't push yourself too hard, but experiment. See how you're feeling about things.
We got to push yourself out of your comfort zone, I think.
Yeah, but like,
Well, I think
but don't
just-
freak out if you don't want to take your bottoms off on day one.
But I think just coming to a place like this
Get closer
pushes
to-
you out.
Closer to your mic, sir.
Pushes you out.
Start
I do
over.
that. I
You
do
like
do
to
that.
push out. Yeah,
Yes, I
get
like to be
it.
pushed out.
I get it.
Jill.
Bill.
Jill.
No, I think coming to a place like this, whether it's a club or a nudist swinger campground,
Yeah.
is for some people, or most people, will be out of their comfort zone, especially the first couple times. So
I think the biggest thing is come with people.
By yourself,
know,
it'd be like,
Yeah, no
We
people.
wouldn't be having this experience that we're having, yesterday and today, if we had just come by ourselves.
We've done-
I
Because-
don't know if I have that same.
we've done
opinion.
both, and
You are very lucky because you have amazing friends.
That's true.
we do have amazing friends.
Our first experience at a lifestyle-ish resort like this
was terrible.
was terrible because
Because we
of the
brought a
people we were
sandwich
with.
to the
Well,
buffet.
yeah, I imagine the people that you go with. does
we
make
brought a
difference,
couple with us,
oh,
and the couple turned out to being a disaster.
Sure. Yeah.
Because
And I guess part of that also depends on your level of socialness. I am
Oh,
a
geez.
social butterfly, so
So-
we can go anywhere and make friends.
Sure.
well, and that also causes problems.
Because the people that we come with sometimes will get upset
Well,
that
they
I've
get
made
butthurt.
new friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to me, I understand that, but
So-
for me, that doesn't make sense.
So
Like,
there's
I
a-
would not be that territorial.
So
of-
there is a lot. Yeah, there's a lot
You know
of
what I mean?
couples, a lot of singles that get territorial.
But even if you don't come with a couple, like a
and
play
you come
partner
by
couple,
yourself,
and you
like a clittle.
and you have a clittle by yourself, if you
there is only video for this right
we need
now.
we've been talking more and more about a
About
video,
podcasts,
podcast,
yeah.
and
have to
situations
wear a
like this are
mask.
why.
We're gonna sell like billboard space on my tits, you know.
But no, if you come with a
She might
group,
across the ass.
like not just necessarily like intended
extra
play
for
partners,
clittle
but
area.
actual, just a group of people to be social with.
Yeah.
It is so much easier
oh yeah, yeah.
because you're kind of automatically
Champagne
in a
was
little
that-
group,
that
and then
way
you
for
can
us.
branch out from there.
we took our female friend with us, but we had 5-ish, 6-ish couples that we were slated to potentially meet there at the event.
That we had met through other avenues, like the
Yeah.
Facebook group or the.
Some other
Clittles
app.
Anonymous,
Or you found in the
Christian
hallway
mingle.
that you've been wanting to meet.
Only Farmers.
Only farmers, yes.
Only farmers. Please don't ever go to one of those parties we did. Oh.
Only
went to the
farmers.
Only
Well,
Farmers?
it,
Tell-
it
tell-
felt
tell
like
me
an Only
more.
Farmers. It was a New Year's Eve party, and it said it was a black and white party. So I went in a very nice white sheer dress. Chris was in a suit dressy. I had red patent heels on, and I'm like, black, white, we're dressed. So, the party time comes, and the guys come down from like the rooms, and we're all like getting excited to see what everyone looks like almost meat market-ish. God, that sounded bad. But that's what it felt like because you're waiting for everyone to join the party. And they got out their clean shit kickers, fresh overalls, and a new flannel.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
I was gonna
farmers
say I
only.
thought it was like a cow theme. That's why I thought you were going with the black and white. So.
No, it was like our old wingman, to say it nicely. He had on a tux and she had on a beautiful sparklelicious white and black dress with her black patent heels. And, you know, we were dressed to the nines and they were dressed to the negative nines. I was like, I couldn't even dance with them.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to shake my shit that night. I can shake it anywhere, but I just...
And I've seen that.
I literally was dried up. And
Wow, that's saying a lot for
That's
you
a
to be.
yeah, that's bad.
That's like
That's-
an insult.
Only
That-
for a little while.
Oh,
Only for a little while.
whiskey kicked in, and then we left the dance floor.
Until you were naked at the pool, getting your pussy smacked.
It doesn't happen every day.
But you don't remember that.
There was whiskey and vodka. Whiskey, I remember everything. Vodka, sorry, no.
So, aside from crazy double-ended orgies, what's your favorite thing to do at a nudist resort?
My
Misty.
friends.
Yeah, but just say like,
Misty for me.
All right, okay. But
Friends?
no, I mean, like, do you love going to the pool? Do you love the parties? What do you love about it?
Yes, I love the social side of things. I want to go to the pool and just the pool is so friendly and like everybody talks and I happen to be very decorated,
ooh,
inked up a little.
Little bit.
So it's a really easy conversation starter. So lots of people will talk to me just because of my art. So that's fun for me and being able to be nude, I get to show it all off, you know. So
I was
I
gonna
like
say it's very rare that somebody gets to see all of the
All of
artwork
it.
from head to
But
toe.
it's so pretty.
thank you.
You know,
The
do
parties-
you find, like, gawkers and stuff? I don't really
No.
find much of that here.
No.
It's everybody's very respectful for the most part. I'm sure there's one bad seed in the bunch, but no,
Sorry.
you don't feel like a piece of meat.
sorry.
It's just Jill. She just sits in her camper and leers at you.
Definitely, Jill.
And then I go,
She's just going around having
Snorts
clittles
at
all
you
the
as you
time.
go by.
I come
No,
and say hi.
I haven't noticed that very here at all. Another
The
one we
other
go
one
to.
had a higher.
There's a much higher ratio of single men.
Single men,
Oh.
and I'm not talking
Oh,
bad
This
about.
is couples only, right?
This one is couples only.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is kind of nice, actually. That I would think that would change the vibe a lot. Having
gives
a
it
lot
a
of
It's
good
single
balance.
men.
and then the party side of things, because most of these resorts do have like a Saturday night dance, if you will, or whatever. From our experience, and it's limited to just a few places, they're all over the place. So the ones here have been really good.
Yes.
The ones at the other place we've been were kind of like a middle school dance where everybody was just sitting around watching. So it just depends on the environment. However, the after parties in these kind of resorts tend to be killer.
As he would go check out.
Yeah, so like I said, just
Yeah.
have an open mind, set yourself up to have fun, don't stress about it.
And
Yeah.
everyone is, as we said earlier, it doesn't matter what you look like, your shape, your
No, yeah.
extraness or no extraness.
Yeah.
Just as long as you're smiling and happy, it's a good weekend.
Well, it's amazingly free because this is one of the few places where you can go and just do you.
Yep. So you mentioned at the beginning, what would you bring to these places, right?
Right.
One of the things that I
Other than the
definitely
30-inch double.
yeah,
ender,
the
right?
double-headed
That's
dildo.
what it
Everybody
was.
needs one of those.
Oh, the splash.
The
blankets,
splash
sure.
blankets.
Oh, gosh.
But really, you just need to bring no expectations.
Yeah.
And that goes for clubs. That goes
goes
for any lifestyle
it goes
events.
for a lifestyle date. Like
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, yes.
set your level of expectation on what you yourself can control.
So for me, I already know that I have the best piece of ass I
Yeah.
can find here, which is my wife, Misty. I know I'm going to have the greatest sex because
Right.
she hits all the buttons for me. But also in this environment, it amplifies all
Yeah.
that for us. So it's already a win before we even get here because we're talking about it on the trip here. I'm sure you guys
Yeah.
talked on the drive. And then the post talks kind of keeps the the level's high.
The post fucks.
Yes, yes.
Well, right, and I think the
Oh.
atmosphere in general, and this is true for clubs especially, but definitely even here,
Yep.
it's just being around the openness and the open of sexuality and people talking
Same-minded
and
people.
same-minded people and seeing people on the fuck bench getting spanked, even though I may not partake. Like it's
Hey,
pretty
it was
fucking hot.
it was a show.
Yeah, it was a
Oh.
You
show.
were on the
It's a
fuck bench
something.
for just a minute.
Yeah.
You had to make friends.
So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
disclaimer, we had 19 friends here
Yeah.
total for this event. You guys captured some of that chat.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that'll come out either in this podcast or, I mean, on the podcast, but different episodes, if you will.
Yeah.
But the three of us, there was three of us. It was Miss Snow, myself, and our single
Yeah.
friend just sitting at the table,
kinda
observing.
watching.
And every time I looked back into the living space area, I saw something else that wasn't there before. Somebody was getting a blowjob.
Somebody's
Over here,
getting a blowjob, somebody's getting-
railed.
Way. Yeah.
And by a machine even.
Oh yeah, and then
Oh,
was
man.
machine.
That was
the
impressive.
fuck
by
machine
the way.
3000.
Tell me about that.
Or clip
Let's
blaster.
talk about that. That was an amazing. So,
Well, you have to explain what it is you're talking
so
about.
as last night at the
Goodness.
at our little party, we were there in this house. So there's a house that people were kind of staying at. Does that fuck bench live there or
No,
is
that's-
that-
It came with our other
it's theirs?
friends.
Okay,
Yeah,
so a
it's
friend had
it's a
brought.
portable.
Bag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you
Live
have
in
no
their
idea if
car.
you load your car up and there's gremlins living at home. They know you have a fuck bench.
All right, that's good marketing. Good job,
Somebody
guys.
stole our cart.
And so Jill got on the fuck bench because she's the birthday girl.
Yep.
It was a fun birthday
and
fuck.
and one of the hosts had this amazing.
Clip 3000.
I don't know what the fuck
blaster.
it
We
was.
literally
It was
call
like-
it a fuck machine. I don't know if it
I
has
mean,
a real.
He got it
it's
from
like
it-
literally a motor
that
with
place
a
with
big
one
The one,
dildo
the
on
one
it,
click place.
and it literally just like goes in and out, in and out, in and out.
It's a
in and out.
motor.
And it
You're
had like
into
6
alternative
different
porn, you've
schlongs.
probably seen.
Okay, and
Yes.
so I got to witness Jill
Cuddle
take
making?
that.
Was that
which
the first
fucking
time
hot
that
as
you've
hell.
ever seen
here's
somebody
the-
get
here's the thing-
fucked by one of
Yeah,
those things?
it was.
But here's
So
the
tell
thing,
me
why-
about that. Like, I'm excited.
Why do you need a machine for it?
Oh,
Because he was
Oh.
just
'Cause I got a bad
holding
back?
it.
I will
there was
say
like
when you
table?
no
Just do it?
when you listen.
This is why we need a
fellow
video
women
podcast.
here. When you just want to get pounded, right? It's nice to just have that. You
and
don't
it's
have
the
to,
same rhythm, right?
It's the same
Boom,
rhythm.
boom, boom,
No one
Yeah.
gets a
boom,
cramp.
No one
as
gets
it
a cramp.
pause.
Doesn't stop. Right.
You're gonna say, "Don't come." It's gonna keep going.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that don't come doesn't always work though either.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry.
I think he was referring to the man.
yes.
yeah,
Oh
I'm
yeah, I'm
sorry.
referring to the guy.
You don't have to worry about a preemptive.
A three
Strike.
clip blaster.
Yes.
If
3000.
you
the
if
fuck
you
master
tell
she
me don't come, the next words you're gonna hear, oh
no, you're gonna hear.
Like, I'm sorry. I just finished.
no, you said no.
So getting fucked by it.
Yeah.
The night before, I had the biggest, meatiest one they had.
Oh, the attachment.
King Dong.
King Dong.
Nice.
It was like literally
It's probably
it was
three.
meatier than my double ender.
It's probably 3
Oh.
inch diameter.
at least 3 to 3.5 inch diameter.
And
I did pause the machine when I came. I have severe clenching power.
Clenching.
She will break a
Your
finger.
clenching plow, the clencher 3000.
I will squeeze hands and dicks out of me.
Okay.
Kegels really work.
I believe you.
So last night I asked for a smaller dick on the fuck machine because
well, and I told the host to do that because I thought
maybe
less
else could you have this
less
conversation?
surface space for you to clench down.
right. I
on.
thought maybe I won't
You know anybody is open.
break it and stall the machine out because I've stalled that machine a few
Oh, yeah.
times.
You
It was like
stalled
smoking.
it.
Stalled it.
Yeah, like completely
I
stopped
overheated
it.
it and locked on it.
I thought she burned it
You
up.
gotta
fought back
fucking-
against the fuck machine.
I did,
Yes.
and I won.
I fought the fuck machine and I won.
And
All right.
so last night it was fun. I was getting spanked, fucked, tickled, rubbed. My boobs started getting played with, and I came a lot. And then my sugar crashed.
Okay.
Which happens.
It happens a lot when I come that hard.
Okay.
Sex with Chris, I don't get a sugar crash unless it's one of those good nights. Like after a takeover party, where you have that good sex. It's good sex, but that extraness. But when I play with friends and play with friends' machines,
I mean, machines I feel like are a whole new level.
Yeah.
Like when you start fucking machines.
Do you think we should get one of those?
Because we had the Sibian in the
Yeah,
kitchen as
that's
well.
true.
If
But
you've
the
ever seen that.
Sibian fucks you differently.
Yeah, it's a different vibe.
I want to get you on the Sibian so bad.
No, I couldn't do it in the middle of the kitchen.
You
It's
do
just-
realize
when-
that belongs to us.
It does belong to them.
I know,
So-
and we have to do an episode.
And it's
with
usually
the
in
Sibian.
the-
We can do it in a more private location.
Yeah.
For your first time, especially.
Do you want a fuck machine?
I have one.
You want one that plugs in. I've seen one that I want that's a double ender fuck.
So this is the funny. Let me tell you something about Mrs. Snow and sex toys.
Oh.
If I ask her,
Just gonna.
if I
He's
ask
spilling
her
all of it.
about, hey, do we want this? Do we want that? She's gonna say, no. And when I bring the thing home anyway, because that's
She's
what I'm
gonna be
gonna do.
like, "Yes."
Yeah, no. She's gonna be like, are you serious right now?
As she climbs on it.
And then 20 minutes later, she's gonna be like,
Cowboy hat in the air.
so I've learned there are
Stop
certain
buying
things
these
I just push back
things.
against.
Whatever. Whatever. You know me.
She's not saying no, but
She is saying no, but
I am
not
saying no to a Sibian because I don't know where the fuck that's gonna live, and it's no.
That is a difficult thing with the kids.
Yeah.
I'll find a place for it.
That's not. No.
I mean, we have a sex swing and an eye bolt with a fire detector covering it.
Oh.
You get creative. We have a 22-year-old.
Okay,
You learn
tell
how
me
to be
about this. So
creative.
this is something I've thought about doing. Did you reinforce the ceiling at all?
My house is 100 years old. No.
Okay.
Pray to Jesus every time.
Does that add to the excitement of it?
Sweet baby Jesus.
And we
I will tell you that falling from the ceiling in a sex swing is
it
an
can
adventure.
hurt.
Well, that humbles you real quick, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
And we also
I've done
have
that before.
Yeah.
We have an eye
It fell out of the
bolt.
I
ceiling?
fell out of the ceiling.
It
yeah.
didn't
my
give
gosh.
way from the.
It wasn't the eye bolt that gave. It was
No.
it was actually the clasp that came with the swing gave.
Oh, crappy class.
Damn
Yeah,
Chinese.
And I fell. Strapped
hardware.
in,
It
legs
was made
up
on
in the
a
air.
Friday night
no
after or
control.
Friday afternoon after paycheck day.
That's why you got to get a good carabiner for it.
Need a better carabiner.
Not the dollar 99 one. You need the good one.
Don't be picking it up at the Dollar
So
General.
we tried a swing. We've only tried a swing one time,
Oh, and I kept
and
getting away from him.
it really did not work out well. But we were not
I
in a
kept
place
getting
to like
swinging
really
back.
give it a good try. Every time I tried to push into her because she's on a swing, she moved away from me, and I felt like I was just chasing her pussy all the time.
Or on a
Which you
hooker?
do anyway.
It was on a frame, so it was like a big steel frame
Those are
with the
fun.
4 chains.
Did
Those
you
are
do
so
that at
fun.
a club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which club?
It was libs.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I started to ask if it was at
That's the
Libs.
problem with when they're on a device
Yeah.
or
We-
contraption.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
never used the swing for actual fucking.
Do you use it
Yes,
for
we
eating?
did.
Well, I mean, but a
Little?
little bit because I get the same problem, the swinging away. I
I-
like it for other things.
I held her in
What do
place.
you like it for?
Oral.
Oral,
Yeah.
yeah. Probably the
I like it for the noises.
The biggest.
I had a Jill-sized puddle in that club.
no, worse.
That is hot because
Worse.
my puddles, you can wring out.
It
That's
was-
the only
it-
time I've ever done that.
It was running off the bed on the floor after coating the whole mattress.
Oh, I am so impressed because
It
there's
was
not many
crazy.
that can compare.
I've never been able to
I
replicate
was
it, but
wet.
we need to
You got
go
some
back to
juicy
that club.
girls on
I
your
You
was-
podcast.
did it. You did it that night at the club.
Oh, at one of the
when
clubs
we
you
had
went
you
to.
on the.
I was
on the
wet
cross.
from my
Yeah.
titties
The cross.
to my toes.
I got real rubbed up for that.
I mean, when you
Gushing.
come that hard,
And this was a
it's
real crappy
in
club, but I wanna
orifices
go
that
back
are
just 'cause I have
not
a swing.
your own.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I really enjoy flooding people
Mm-hmm.
when they tell me, "Oh no, I understand what wetness is."
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You don't know what wetness is until I flood you. And it goes up your nose, down your ears, down your neck to your crack. That's wetness. Welcome back, Chris.
Thank you.
Chris stepped away to go to the restroom, but he just walked back in on that part of the conversation. He's wearing a snorkel right now.
Oh gosh.
I think I've grown gills over the years.
How long have you guys been in the lifestyle?
First girlfriend was 11 years ago.
11 years.
Okay.
11
And you guys
years.
started with kind of like a throuple kind of situation, or?
Best friends turned into a throuple.
Okay. Okay.
It was fun.
And what have you learned about yourselves through this whole journey?
I come too much.
Is that really a problem?
Well, we've gotten even closer. We've been together for 28 years, and we've gotten even closer since we've started playing
Yeah.
our relationship, our
Yeah.
friendship, our naughtiness. But more about you. Oh, sorry. Oh, that wasn't you. I stepped on something. I thought it was him. I think I've learned more of what you really enjoy. I'm an easy read, but
You are easy.
In a lot of ways, Jill.
it's his fault. He broke me.
Yeah.
But learning more of what you enjoy has happened.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
No, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
in English, because I don't speak.
And it's always evolving too. So
Yes. Yes, we talk about the evolution all the time.
So, that being the case, what's next on your swinger bucket list?
I think we've got to the point where we don't have a bucket list. We're just open now to whatever may come down the road. And
Come.
yeah, I mean it's
Or down Jill's leg.
yeah.
Or someone's ears and nose and face.
I would say for us, the next bucket list item is probably we want to do it all inclusive.
I think that's on our list.
If I
yeah.
can find one that I
So
can
is
eat
it a
at.
vacation
Oh, sure.
place or a cruise?
Yeah, I'm
Which
open
one?
to- I love
Which
cruises
one?
so
Would you
so
go back on a
much
big
that-
boat?
I've never been on a
Without your
cruise.
family,
I think
yes.
I'd rather go to like Hito or something.
So the
I
cruise,
so love cruises, though.
The cruise gives you about 3,000-ish swingers on a boat. So I think that's a target-rich environment for playing.
Target-rich environment.
And
You can cast a
and
wide net.
I mean, a little
Yes.
bit.
So I think you would probably find at least one person or couple or whatever that you get along with. Hito, I've heard lots of good things about, but I'm not sold
I
completely
think
yet
I like the
on
big
it.
boat idea.
Yeah.
We've done a big boat, but with my family.
What's the
Yeah.
big? You mean a cruise?
A naughty cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I love the cruises because there's so much to do. There's like any time of the day there's an activity happening
Yeah.
somewhere, and you know me, if there's
69 yoga,
Yeah.
something like that. Right?
I mean,
Say
and
goat yoga.
yoga.
Yogurt.
So, I mean, we did a family cruise. It was great. We were inappropriate in our own room and on the balcony. I loved it.
Sure.
But with my dietary restrictions,
Yeah.
I have more luck with food on a cruise than I do at a resort.
Really?
Because the cruises cater to people like me.
Oh, okay.
Well, and a lot of resorts have like buffets and that, and buffets.
Oh,
are-
everything's just cross-contaminated.
Yeah.
Sure.
And me getting cross-contaminated means I'm out for the count.
Yeah. Oh, that's
And-
so fun.
But so the cruises have restaurants on them though. Would that work for you?
They
and
do.
Are they accommodating
As
to
long,
you?
as long as they're accommodating.
To special people like me.
So is that our next like bucket list? Like
It might have to be.
go on a
I
cruise?
think-
Bucket or bucket list?
I think. Well,
Bucket,
so we
bucket.
met.
I mean, I'll fuck the bucket.
we met Tom and Bunny here, and Tom and Bunny do.
They
that's
have
that's like
travel.
all they do.
Yeah. Was it?
Is-
What is it? Tom's
what-
Trips. What is it?
Tom's.
Trips.
oh, is that
Tom's
what that
Trips.
sign is?
Yep.
Oh
What
my
is
gosh,
it? Oh
I'm
yeah,
so slow.
Tom'sTrips.com.
It's on my bracelet.
So I
my
think
bracelet,
we
yeah.
might have to check them out.
Yeah, and I guess they do a lot of basically bookings of naughty trips. So
They
I
organize-
imagine
they're the-
they're probably pretty familiar
So
with like
you'll
the cruises
we,
and
we
the.
definitely have to make sure all of us have support staff for home.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. They're the
Crotch goblins.
So
Fuck
the
those kids.
Tom's group
We will
is the second
lock 'em in the
biggest
house
travel
with food
agent
for
in
2
Jamaica.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like a
What's
cat.
that?
That's exciting for
Like a
them.
cat.
Tom's Trips is the second largest travel agent in Jamaica.
I believe
So
that. I believe
do they
that.
only cater to spicy people or to all people?
Spicy.
No, I think
is
there's-
Oh, their
Their specialty
exclusive.
is spicy.
I maybe I should talk
Exclusive.
to them and see if they can handle my spicy with food issues.
I would talk.
yeah.
I would talk to them while they're still here. If
we can find 'em?
they're near.
They'll be at the pool
us.
today
Because
around
we
2
have 1
o'clock.
year left of college and then I can be
Yeah.
extra.
I would definitely talk to them because from what I gather from their podcast and what I've seen, yeah, it's a whole business for them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it sounds like it's great. Everybody that goes there has a great time. So
On our list.
the benefit too, going with a group like that, is the group part of it.
I like
They
group things.
they already
We know.
have activities that they have planned and things like that. You don't have to partake in all those, but you have this group that you're
There's stuff to
that
do.
you're coming to.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned
Yes.
earlier, there's a built-in group
Sure.
at this place,
Right. Right.
and so there.
And you make all these new naughty friends and you may not play with them, but you still have the spiciness.
Yes.
Yeah.
But how many blankets and sheets would I need to bring on this trip?
All of them.
Well, they dry pretty quickly, so.
The expensive ones
Make
do.
sure you get a balcony room so you can
Yeah.
hang it over the balcony every morning.
I would need like 5 blankets so I could rotate them through the day.
There you go.
And
I do
enough
believe
of-
they have laundry service on cruises as well.
Jill's
Well-
here again.
Jill's a little high maintenance.
I think.
I come
we
too
get more
much.
towels.
Sister, you have no idea.
Try
Not only
grocery shopping
dietary
for me.
restrictions, but need clean sheets and dryers and.
I
Just be a
think
pile
we
of
should.
towels outside the door every day.
And how much peanut butter would I need to take?
All of
This
it.
A lot.
These are calculations that we will put on a spreadsheet. I'll do it for you.
You see in her spreadsheets, they're the best. I come too much, and my sugar crashes.
Yeah.
I did good last night.
You're fine.
I didn't have a shaking syndrome.
The next time we need to measure how much of the peanut butter she needs per orgasm so that I can calculate
Oh, there you
how
go.
many
Okay.
orgasms she can have in a week based on the amount of peanut butter we can fit in our luggage.
The problem with that is
Oh.
we need somebody dedicated just to counting her orgasms.
Who's an account?
We're going to need somebody that
We're going to have to hire
Are they gonna have
somebody.
is
clicker?
the midget.
A clicker.
Bring the midget with
You know
the
that
door
guy,
clicker.
the door
yeah.
clicker
The
thing.
door
Click,
clicker.
click, 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 click.
Oh my god!
He's going to have carpal tunnel in his thumb by the time
But
this trip
see,
is over.
I don't always gush. Sometimes I get dried out.
We can
Or-
always tell though.
Well,
Can you always tell?
I
can.
think we should leave it there and go finish off Mrs. Snow.
Thank you for having us.
Well, thanks for being here and thanks for participating and
Absolutely.
sharing your
This has been
lovely
a
It
blast.
was lovely meeting you two too.
Yes.
We're really excited to do this some more.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Until next
Sorry
time.
about your ears.
Bye. We want to hear from you. Email us at snowmilf@yahoo.com. That's SNOMILF@yahoo.com. You can also join us on our Discord and have some fun interactive conversations with us. The link is in the show notes. Talk to you soon.
Speaking of dicks, did you see that dick we had last night? How
30
big
inches?
that was?
That
30
big,
inches.
That big rubber
3-inch
thing?
girth?
The double-sided thing? You know, I've seen those.
That was impressive.
I've never seen one actually used.
I was impressed
Not-
that it disappeared.
Does
Yeah,
somebody
I
have
was
to
gone.
hold
I
on to
fit
the
my
middle
fingers
part
in
of it? Like,
Yes.
somebody, because what'll happen?
way around?
Like, it'll get
Shoot.
off.
Yeah, it'll like
It'll get out of control.
Oh, the
Yeah,
double
it like-
It's
line.
like a fire hose.
So
It
it's-
Yeah.
just gets-
You'll lose
2.5
track of that
to
shit.
3-inch girth.
yes. Chris
All
is
right.
our official dildo holder.
good roll.
Double head. dildo.
He's
You
the
ready?
double
Yeah.
ender.
Well, hello, Mrs. Snow.
Well, hi, Mr. Snow.